Okay, call the meeting back to order. There were no decisions made in executive session.
I have some quotes on the break room. And you've approved a block. Like our front doors work, we're gonna put all the mail in there, the Pitney Buzz machine, all that in there, so we need it locked. And that lock from Next Tech won't fit on the original door. It could, but you pretty much cut that door up, which we can't do because it's original. So I have 2 quotes on replacing that door and installing it.
You said we can't cut the door, but we can replace it?
Yeah, you can't, it'll be stored upstairs.
Oh, okay.
Since it's original to the building, you can't go hacking on it.
But we can store it.
Because she's got,
Is it a door kind of like this one?
yeah, it'll be a match, well, it'll be a solid one. It'll match the ones there. As close as we can get it to.
It's quite a bit less for this one.
Yeah.
Do you know these guys?
One of them. I know.
Yeah. That other one is DJ Easter.
Oh,
Is it
okay.
DJ? Is that his name?
Jordan?
It's Easter.
I think it's Jordan.
Easter. Jordan Easter?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so. You like Jordan's? Is that what you said?
Shelley was getting these bids and she's had a lot of people tell her that he does really nice work. So. He would need a $600
Deposit.
deposit to get the door. But
Well, and he says in here, I'm hoping the estimate will be more than the invoice.
I've heard some concerns about this. I think that that's what everybody else is.
What's your number?
I move we accept the bid of, what is it, JM3 Construction? I second it.
Okay, it's been motioned to approve the bid from JM3 Construction for $1,300. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
And we're also looking at replacing the refrigerator in there with a smaller one. That refrigerator's probably from the 70s. We have a home for it if we do replace it. The cheaper ones are on top and the more expensive ones are on the bottom. But it'll be a tall but narrow. It'll gain its space.
Yeah, I just heard some people talking about refrigerators the other day. Said them old refrigerators go and go and go, and these new ones last about 7 years and they're done.
Yep. They're pretty close in price, really.
Well, that one has $100 delivery charge. Or is it this one?
It's the
Oh, this one.
Heritage. There's delivery
Installation.
and there's two different ones on Heritage.
Oh, so this is the actual number, not this, the total. Oh.
Correct.
Why two different bids?
Probably different brands.
God, it says the same,
Oh,
same one.
Well, there's difference in them, but she just got two from each place.
this is the actual total numbers.
And I guess I move we purchase the one from Heartland at $647.
I second it.
Okay, it's been first and second to purchase the refrigerator from Heartland for $647. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed? Okay.
I think that's all I have.
Okay.
I'll put all that in there, I'm gonna take a break every once in a while.
There's hardly gonna be any room in there if we get everything moved in.
I was gonna say, you'll have to get Roger a recliner.
Okay, we're gonna go into the reorganizational meeting now. Okay, first item on that would be elect a chairman. I would nominate Brett Poling. Unless you want to do it.
So, I'll second that.
Okay, first and second, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye, opposed?
Nay?
Okay, congratulations.
But,
I guess
hang
you,
on a minute, I need to swear you in before we do anything.
Yeah, I'm so bad to do that.
I'm sorry. Stand up. Do you solemnly swear that you'll support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of Kansas and faithfully discharge the duties of County Commissioner, District 1, so help you God?
I do.
Okay. Need you to sign.
I think he lied.
Now you can decide.
Do we have to redo that?
Yep, redo it.
Okay. I would nominate Brett Poling as chairman.
I'll second that nomination.
Been first and second, all in favor? Aye. Opposed?
Nay?
Now, congratulations. What's your chair?
It's like getting a colonoscopy twice.
We can swap all this stuff later, huh? Want to keep your chair?
I don't care if you keep your chair.
That was higher. You can have this also.
I'll give you that.
All right. And away we go.
That is the same resolution we do every year.
So we don't need a motion on it?
Yeah, you do. I mean, it's just,
Okay. I'll make a motion to pass resolution 23-01,
What's it in regards
It's
to?
2201, isn't it?
request for
it's
waiver.
23, had it wrong on the,
Okay, 23.
23-01.
Got it.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Okay.
it's the GAAP waiver.
Gonna have to dust off your parliamentary procedure there, Brett.
Oh, it's gonna take a while to get back to it.
What? Move on to the next one, or what?
I think it didn't say all those in favor, did I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
You didn't say opposed.
Anybody?
And you didn't follow through with motion carries.
Motion, yeah, motion carries. Not today.
You're just in shock.
Well, I got hit twice. Hi, Annie.
Designate the St. Francis Herald and Bird City Times as a local newspaper.
I so move.
I'll second it.
It's been first and seconded to designate First National Bank, Bank West, Western State, and the
No,
bank
this is
as
the
the official.
newspaper. The newspaper.
Oh, the St. Francis Herald and Bird City Times as the official newspaper. All those in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
Designate FNB, Bank West, Western State Bank, and the bank as official county banks.
So move.
I second that motion.
It's been first and seconded to designate First National Bank, Bank West, Western State, and the bank as the official county banks. Any objection? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay.
Continue meeting days as the 15th or closest day to, and the last working day of the month, and start at 8 a.m.
So move.
I'll second that.
It's been first and seconded to continue the meetings on the 15th at the closest working day of the month to that, and start at 8. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Reappoint Dr. Heather Leck as county health officer, and I did contact her, and she's okay to do it.
Good with it?
I so move.
And I'll second that.
It's been first and seconded to appoint Dr. Lick as the county health officer. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
Airport Commission members, we're going to
Table that.
table that until the next meeting. Set mileage as 58.5 cents, that's what we're currently at. So,
I'll make a motion to set the mileage at 58.5.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Okay.
There's a list of the holidays, that's what we had last year. The department heads and other employees have asked me to ask you if we could drop the half day at fair and do Good Friday as a holiday.
Do it Friday?
Good Friday.
On Good Friday. You okay with that?
Another half day.
You'd be switching them, right, Scott? You wouldn't have the
Right, but the fair was a half day,
Oh.
Good Friday is a
Friday
full
will be a
day.
whole day.
full day, okay, I
You're getting a
misunderstood.
half a day. Why? What's,
Cause kids are off from Easter, people go and play it for Easter, was the reason why they were wanting it changed.
Would you be good with giving them half a day that,
If you do a half day, full day, it's up to you guys, or don't want to do it.
Good Friday, just half a day?
do what you want.
Put it on me. I'd be good with that then.
Can make a motion.
Half or full.
I'll go by whatever you say. I'm still in shock.
I move we give them Good Friday instead of the half day at the fair.
I'll second it.
It's been first and seconded to change half a day from fair day to full day Good Friday off. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay.
Can I get one of those copies, please?
Yes. And then we're up to,
Here, come on over. Are you good?
Good, and you guys?
Didn't we have to, we already approved all of these?
Yeah.
We did? Okay. I don't know where I was.
You were saying I seconded it.
Okay. Thank you.
Feel the stress melting off yet?
Put your glasses
both
on
in
and
shock.
see what we're doing.
Yeah. Thank you.
This is our annual weed report we have to do for the state every year on our noxious weed progress, our section surveys, how much money we spend. I can read them to you guys, or if you just want to thumb through them. I can.
We don't have any bulk thistle around here?
It's an option, and the state actually took out that option, and you can nominate any weed as a county option, noxious weed. But you have to go through the Secretary of Ag now to do it.
Oh, by the way, thanks for your snow. I've heard good things. Removal.
You bet. I compared last year's to this year's, and from going from 2 guys to 1 guy, we're running a little over 50% what 2 guys accomplished, so I think we're right where we should be with the manpower we have.
Good, thank you.
How long ago we do prairie dogs?
October 1st and March 15th.
I better get to going.
And I've already went over a pallet of bait on them this year. I've used over a pallet on what we've done, so
You said March what?
15th.
15th, okay.
I'm thinking this snow will go away and be easier to do, but
I know, once it started snowing, I've got some jobs up north in the breaks, and I can't get to them.
well, I can get, but I don't know, I wanna dump it on the snow.
Yeah. It's been going really well, Prairie Dogs has. We've done some pretty big jobs in the county and getting ahead of them, I hope.
No troubles with any landowners like you did last year?
No, not at all. Everyone's been really, really easy to work with. I don't know if I've just gained the trust over the last year or what the deal is, but
Good
it's
communication.
a lot different than it was a year ago, dealing with landowners.
I don't know, I know one of these weeds are, so. I mean,
I understand. This just covers the noxious ones, but we also spray like the fairgrounds and cemeteries and roadside and the islands for the city, so we do a lot more than just these. But this is all the state asked for, so.
Our big problem is musk thistle in this county right now.
Yeah.
Musk thistle and the field bindweed is really exploded.
Do they have one that I can spray weed in my yard? You could just buy it over the counter?
Yep, you can.
When does that be done?
Oh, as soon as it turns green, which with this snow, I would bet we're spraying early April if it warms up.
Thank you.
Okay, motion on that.
No, it's just
I'll just need some signatures though from everybody. Down at the bottom of the board chair on the top line,
okay.
and then
Wow, I got 23. I was writing 22.
And then this is our management plan we have to do for the state too. And it asks us our yearly goals, 5-year goals, what our status is of the weeds and where we think new infestations will come in. Asks what we're gonna do for non-noxious invasive species, how we help the road department with joint grass and some broadleaf control. Goes through all the different types of control, biological, chemical, which is our main one, cultural, mechanical. Then it has our estimated cost, what the program will take to run for the next year. Asks what kind of contracts we enter, and we enter one with KDOT and do random inspections on the Kansas Department of Wildlife and Parks properties, and some for the USDA on their CRP acres, if they ask us to.
I think there's 17,000 acres of bindweed.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Is it because of all the CRP? Hard to find, nobody drives it.
Some of that is, you see a lot in CRP, there's a lot in pastures. And grazing is actually considered a control source for it, even though in my opinion, If you graze cattle in one pasture, then move them the next week, they're gonna just spread it from pasture to pasture.
Thank God for bindweed. Only thing my cows had to eat.
Well, and that's just it. There was a lot of places, that was the only thing that was green all year, was bindweed.
Silver lining, right, Audrey?
So that's what you need us to sign.
Yes, for the management plan.
You guys good with the management plan? We need a motion to approve that.
I don't think so,
I don't know.
it's just information what he's going to do, correct?
Yes,
And that goes to the state?
yes, goes to the state and they'll put it in a spreadsheet and then you can't see it, but it just shows everyone's approval and the date they turn them in.
We probably ought to make a motion to approve a management plan, shouldn't we?
Yeah.
I mean,
Sorry, I didn't.
if we're gonna send it to the state, we ought to, I move we approve the 2023 management plan.
I'll second that motion.
It's been first and seconded to approve the 2023 management plan. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Okay.
In our Kansas Department of Transportation contract they sent, it's due February 10th. This is for the right-of-ways on the highways. I thought if we do it, we'd keep our costs the same or our hourly rate, and we're $50 an hour for operator and 60 on our equipment. Last year, we did 25 and a half hours on the right-of-ways, spraying. The year before, I think they did 33, so we're right where we need to be, and it was pretty easy to keep up with. Usually when they mow a highway, they call me, and I go out in the next day or two when everything's mowed down, and we spray them.
What do they mark them, the flag?
Sometimes they do, but this last year, the bindweed was so easy to find, they didn't really need to mark anything.
You can spray that with a pickup with a
With a
boom
pickup.
in the front.
Yep. Yep, we just run right along the edge and are down in the ditch if we need to. We have the flashing lights and vests and everything we're required to have in case we have to get out.
So we probably need a motion to approve the KDOT right away at 50, operator at 60.
I so moved.
I'll second the motion to approve the right-of-ways.
It's been first and seconded for the spraying of the right-of-ways. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
And I just need your signature on the right side. At the bottom.
The engineer part,
Nope, the other one. Just on the right side of the page.
just right here.
Nope, on the right
Oh.
line.
I'm still.
Your glasses all right?
No.
Right, left.
The other left.
Little worried about you today.
I got double whammy. Did you mention I had to do it again?
Our monthly weed meetings, we pay dues to the state every year, the Kansas Weed Director Association. Most of them are in Garden City, except for the conferences. I am attempting to battle that because I'd like to see them moved around the region. I don't go to every one unless they offer continuing education, because to me, it's just not worth driving to Garden City for a 30 or 45-minute meeting. I don't know if you guys want to just approve it on a, as I see it, okay to go, or every time. Just, unless we're getting hours, I just have a hard time driving 2.5 hours to a meeting.
They don't put it on internet so a
No.
person could watch it.
Nope, they do not.
Pretty much stopped all that.
Yeah, and I don't know why, but
Everybody's pretty much stopped.
Yeah.
It's all in person again.
So you're wanting to approve us to go ahead and say you can go to any of them at once?
if you guys want, or if you want to do it on a per case basis, a lot of times we don't know if there's continuing education till the week before.
I don't have a problem if it's a continuing education,
Okay.
unless you think it's, but I would like you to maybe let Scott know so
Okay.
we know
Yep.
that you're
Nope,
out of the office.
I'm
or-
definitely fine with that.
Does that sound okay to you
Yeah,
guys?
sounds good.
Okay.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Do we need a motion for that? No?
The second to last thing is the week conference is February 28th through March 2nd at Mulvane at the casino. That's kind of the agenda list of the hours they're offering us.
Casino.
$350 to attend, and they do have a block of rooms reserved at a discounted rate of $109 a night.
Why don't you say the meeting room in Mulvane instead of the casino?
Okay, the meeting room, it's actually meeting rooms at Mulvane because they're using about 3 or 4 of them.
Wow.
And they,
Which black table do you mean?
yeah, there actually was a serious discussion about trying to move it to western Kansas, but nobody at the eastern side of the state seems to think we have an area big enough out here to do this. And I disagree. I think there's plenty of places we could do it out here. But that was their battle.
Colby over there would be.
Colby or even Hayes or, I mean, Dodge, there's,
Center's huge.
yeah. They didn't think there was room. And our summer training's actually in Colby this year.
So you need a motion to go to the casino?
Basically, I guess.
I don't think you need a motion. Just approval.
And approval.
I'm good with it.
If it's an educational meeting you need to go to,
It is, and there's some caper stuff on there, and I think that'd even be good for some of the road and bridge guys if they don't all get that, if we can learn something, or anybody else.
You're welcome to send him some money along.
Yeah, you can even go along, we can reserve you some food down there, and you can learn. Then, the only other thing, yesterday, I know I didn't write this down, we got an email that the EPA is going after all of Kaput's products from house mouse bait clear to the prairie dog bait we use. They're trying to get the labels changed so you can't refill them, have to have restricted use pesticide, wear respirators, chemical suits, gloves, the whole smash.
really?
Yes. So if you have the bait, you don't have to do it if they pass this. So I wondered if I can get permission to purchase another pallet of bait. We're down to 1. And that way we could at least be that much farther ahead in the event they pass all this.
How much is that pellet?
I'm guessing that's around $4,000, and we have it in the Prairie Dog Fund.
Put that,
We'll probably need a motion.
I move that we buy another pallet of kaput. Can you get bids on it?
Yes. Yep, I
Okay.
can.
Well, we might as well just wait for the bids.
I can bring them
Yeah.
back to,
Go ahead and see the bids for it.
Don't even need a
No,
motion.
no
right now.
motion,
Okay.
just permission to go see
Okay.
bids.
yep. Yeah, because they're not, I don't think they meet till February 13th, so we'll have time to get bids in and get it ordered. So,
okay.
that's all I have, unless you guys have anything for me.
Thank you for your hard work this year.
Yeah,
Last year.
absolutely.
Thank you, guys.
Have a good day, Mike.
You too.
All right, Steve, come on up.
Good morning.
Holy cow.
A lot of old stuff in there. Not all that, only half. Only half. Alright. Just the latest on, I should have brought over the end of month. Didn't have that the last meeting, but I can get that if you'd like to see that. And that'd be that, it would have previous year expenses on there too, that's carried over, and
Okay.
I think we may have barely made it under our total from last year, what we were budgeted for. We went over on a number of line items, but that's, unless there's a surprise that comes in later.
What's PPE?
Personal protection equipment. Personnel protection equipment.
What would that be?
Oh, it could be boots, anywhere from boots to a welding helmet to
Gloves.
gloves. If there's no other questions on that, I'll move ahead. One item I just wanted to bring up is we've had to get a couple of orders of grader tires in. We just had 2 tires that were brought in, but when we ordered those when we received them, we've already kind of gotten into those already. We've got a couple that we can have as backup that we've patched, but I don't expect to hold up, so we will need to order 2 more. And I have the prices on those. We checked prices from Co-op, Cooper Tire, and Frontier Ag. Frontier Ag came in, unfortunately, it is at the cheapest, it's $1,050 per tire. Co-op was $1,275 and Cooper was $1,250.
And you're wanting to get 2, is what you're thinking?
2 more. So
2 more, okay.
We'll end up buying a total of 4. We didn't anticipate going through those that quick.
Can you bring me a copy of that for the minute?
Yeah, I'll get you those figures, Scott. And the last item I have is,
You need a motion
need
for
a
that?
motion.
Oh,
I think we
sorry.
need a motion, sorry.
go ahead.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we go with the 1,050 from, who was that?
Frontier Ag.
Frontier
sorry.
Ag.
Second.
All those in favor of getting the tires from Bridge City, the cheapest bid, 2 tires for $2,100, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
And the last item, this is actually something that comes from a year ago when as part of our grader upgrade and purchases and decisions to do the rebuild, we were gonna revisit at this time, the warranty, if we wanted to extend it on the 12M2 that we bought about a year ago. That warranty is gonna end here next month. I did get a list of the prices from Mark Polifka. I think this is, powertrain and hydraulic. And then it shows the different options with travel or without travel. Basically on travel, you're looking at around $500 per trip up here just to have them show up. Again, that's powertrain and hydraulic, and then there was a pricing for just powertrain. It'd be a little less, and again, that has with travel and without, has it broken down.
Mine are both powertrain.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry.
You got them mixed up, there you go.
Thank you. Is this 12M2, is this the one that we bought that had some hours on it?
It had 59.80, I think,
Okay.
an hour to
Okay.
59.91
Okay.
when we bought it.
Does that extended warranty really pay off?
To be honest, it is a gamble, but with machines like this, as you guys are well aware, you can get into some pretty expensive repairs. You kind of look at it as an insurance policy, in my opinion, a little bit of an expensive one, but then you can get into components between the powertrain and hydraulic that could go well into the tens of thousands of dollars. I thought if we were to pursue this, I was looking at, something within in the category of the 24-month, 2,000 hours.
Is it, you're looking at the one with the hydraulic warranty as well? Or are you more on the powertrain warranty?
I was leaning more toward the powertrain, but I've also been told that when you run into the potential for hydraulic issue, if you have something go bad, It can get through the whole system and you can
Yeah.
end up messing up a lot of the components with the hydraulic. There's potential for that.
Yeah.
Again, it's just all,
And that's 20,656
right. Then that'd be with travel.
for 2 years?
With no travel, as long as we can get the machine on a low boy, we could get it down there. That's just, as long as you can move the machine. And it'd save a little bit if you go with no travel.
In your opinion, does that pay off, really?
Again, in my personal opinion, I be honest, I've never bought an extended warranty on anything. But this is a whole different, I mean, we're talking, pieces of equipment that cost, nowadays upwards of $400,000 for a newer one.
Or 1,000 hours, this is 11,166 if you did it 36.
And for example, our unit 102 with the pinion gear that went out and that, to do just a basic repair was $15,000 and that was the bare bones minimum. Really to fix that one correctly, it was in the neighborhood of $31,000, I think.
So basically, if you use it just one time, it'll pay for itself?
Essentially, yes. And then if you noticed on the bottom paragraph, it expires February 12th this year, and if
What do
we
you think is worth it?
don't get the warranty prior to that, then you pay a $200 inspection fee.
I don't know.
So,
The warranty goes to 7,479 hours though.
the existing one, yes. And that's, like our 140, I should have brought out more copies of this. Or like our existing warranties on the 140Ks would be our oldest graders that still have a warranty. And I think this is just gonna be your standard. It looks like, you get 7,000 hours or, I don't know if they have or 84 a month. So we would be going beyond just the standard warranty, obviously, of what like we've had on the 140Ks. Our newest graders, it looks like they're,
A year?
That's monthly, $930.50 monthly for the 36. That's full with the hydraulic and everything else.
I'm sorry, what did you come up with on that?
930 a month. Breaks down to 11,166 per year if you do the 3-year, which is 1,000 hours per 11,000 is what you're getting on the coverage.
$930 a month is what that comes
Yeah.
out to.
At least my calculation came
Okay.
to that.
How many hours we put on them in a year?
It varies, but probably average is close to 800, between 700 and 800 hours. Some graders are coming a little less than that, some coming close to 1,000 hours.
I normally am not in favor of extended warranty, but I don't know, this one might pay off if we just used it one time.
But we don't need to do it yet, do we?
Well, no, not necessarily, but if we do go past the February 12th date of next month, then we'd have to pay a $200 inspection fee
What?
to come and
I
assess it.
thought it says expires at 2/12/23 or 7,479 hours. So don't we get to go to 74?
Yeah, I'd have to find out what we've got for hours on that. It says unit,
It says-
it says
it
it's got
6,800
6,800 hours right now, so we could run.
So we're gonna be able to run
679.
for a while without having to pay that warranty. Is that, am I reading it
Or,
wrong?
well, it might be whichever comes first. I think is how a lot of those, would you have a miles and hours
Yeah.
warranty? I think, I may be mistaken, but I think it's whichever comes first. If you,
Could we table this till the next meeting?
yeah, we could. We've got a little bit of time.
That way you can know for sure which one to do.
Because you have 30 days on the bids, right?
Correct, yeah.
So, yeah, I'd like to play with it too.
Yeah, I'd like to say.
Well, I don't
we
I'm fine with that. too.
I don't have a problem, don't get me wrong, it just seems like there's two dates there. We can go either the the date or the hours?
Yeah, I'll double check with Mark Polifka and find out when the deadline, when it ends, I guess, the existing
Okay.
warranty on it. Confirm that.
So we would, if we got the 3,000 hours, we would be at 10,479 hours or 3 years would be our protection, correct?
If we went with 36 month,
Yeah, if we went with a 36-month, 3-year, 3,000 hour, that would put us at 10,479 hours is what we would be covered until, so,
correct.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm reading that the same way.
I'm
you are.
sorry, I look at everything
No,
different.
that's fine. We Need to do that.
Changing
Okay.
subjects, but
Yep.
did we ever get it figured out on that rebuilt one, what the whole noise was?
It came from the pinion gear, essentially. They isolated it to that.
So just kind of, just a
It
bump
just,
in
it
there?
said, basically, you're saying it wasn't meshing. So we had the extremely loud howl and I think over time, it'd be wear and tear. If you have a noise
They
like
did
that,
fix
something.
it, though.
They're right now, they should be done. I'm expecting a call any day. and-
Oh, it's down there.
It's, yeah,
Can you get my sheet?
and they'll bring it back up. And we've had a loaner grader, I think, since the first of the
Just
year.
one.
From them, 140 M3 all-wheel drive, it's a nice unit, and then none of that's costing us anything, of course, and then any of these additional repairs, there's no expense. So they were kinda taking a beating on this one, so. But they're gonna hopefully get it right. That's-
Oh, they will.
Yep, that's where we're at on that unit. And we do have, 2 other 140Hs that are up in the 12,000 hour category, and we're gonna I'll have to come up with a plan on what to do with those, if we try to do another rebuild, or if we look.
Are you happy with the rebuild?
I like the idea, obviously disappointed,
Because
with how this one went, and I would like to find out more on how they are doing a lot of them annually. And I'd like to be able to go back and if they could tell me how successful,
Yeah.
you go back 10 years or 5 years, how well that's worked.
I probably wouldn't tell you, but it'd be nice to know where they sent them, these rebuilt ones. If there's other counties, we could get a hold of them and say, how'd you get along?
Right.
That'd be
You
really-
had a rebuilt one 2-3 years ago, how's it doing?
Exactly, I'd like to
It would be nice to know,
hear about that,
because it is a lot of money.
yeah. I mean, it has the potential to work out and.
Yep, yep.
Well, could Scott reach out on his listserv to the other clerks and ask if their counties have purchased rebuilt?
And I could check around with other road supervisors too. I'll start with a couple that I know. And I'll ask them. And if they haven't had personal experience, they may know.
Yeah, probably be better if you done it than Scott,
Yeah,
because
yeah, I'll-
you know the guys that deal with them.
Yep.
I was just thinking it's
Go on.
like a automatic statewide quick question on the listserv.
Okay, so I'll,
Find some stuff out and
yep,
come back
I'll
with.
firm up some of the information on when that expires and get back to you on that. Anything else?
Did you want to have an executive session?
No, I'm fine.
No, he's fine.
Good. Steve, thank you.
Okay, have a good weekend.
Hey, you too, bud.
Thank you. Hit him on the back. Maybe not that hard.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Change seats?
Yes, I did.
Good morning, Brett. Okay, so as part of the transportation program, the Federal Transit Administration requires that we update our Title VI plan every year. I did this along with the grant this last fall, but I didn't know it had to be approved by you, so I'm here now. getting, hopefully your approval. Most of this was put together back when the department started, but the part that we have to update every 3 years is our demographics. And that goes off of, so this year we went off the 2020 census, since that was the most recent demographics. We publish, there's a notice that we have to publish annually, which we do, and then we have to send them or submit that we published and that we have all this, so.
In the paper, you're saying?
Yes. We have these notices posted, as it says in the in the actual notice that these are posted. So you can flip through there. Page 5 is where the demographics are at. And then if you approve it, I will need a copy of the minutes to submit that it's been approved.
And this is the same as last year, pretty much.
Yes, that's pretty much all the same. Like I said, the only thing I update is that page is the demographics of the county, since that's what our service is for. So, as you can see. The 2020 census was interesting, I will give that. Kansas, or the state provides me information, and then I've also went out and got my own information off the Census Bureau pages. There's a lot of, plus and minus, like 7% or 7 error. It's like, well, that pretty much can eliminate or add for our demographic. So it's very, to me, I think it's very misleading, but that's my opinion.
And you need a motion on this?
I assume yes, because it has to be in the minutes that you approve the Title VI plan for the public transportation.
I'll make a motion, we approve the Title VI plan.
All right.
Second?
It's been first and seconded to approve the Title VI plan. Is it a 6 grant is what it is?
Well, this is for this is through the FTA. I mean, we have to have this in place, and we have to submit it annually with the grant application. So it's something we have to have in place for the ban itself. And then I update it every 3 years.
All right. It's been first and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All
So
opposed, okay.
part of this is if anybody ever had a complaint, there's the process, and all this is on the website too, on how they would complain and go forth. We've never had any formal complaints, so I guess that's a good thing. Yeah? Why did I say that? No. But anyways, so thank you very much.
Thank
Any
you.
questions
You guys
for
are doing
me?
a good job.
The van has been very busy.